This is Junius Bennett coming to you live. I am 100% permanent total Navy Desert Storm veteran. And today's video, I'm going to share with you a $23,000 Nexus letter. And the reason why I was paid $23,000 plus in compensation is because I had over 16 months of back pay. How do you get 16 months of back pay? Well, you know you get 12 months on an intent to file. So when you call 1-800-827-1000 right now and say, I'm going to do an intent to file for compensation, you're going to start a 12-month clock. So how did I get 16 months in back pay? I waited the full 12 months. I was homeless, but I was hungry. Again, I was homeless, but I was hungry. So the 12 months, I took the whole 12-month statute, and then I faxed over to Janesville, Wisconsin, 100 pages over to the regional intake center, okay? I had 100 pages because I had 11 disabilities filed at one time. I want you to don't let nobody tell you that you cannot file multiple disabilities at once. Don't let no one tell you that you can't file a secondary when your direct is not even connected. You can file secondary and directs at the same time. Do not let anybody confuse you. When you know the law, they can't confuse you. Not a VSO, not a VSO supervisor, not a VFW, DAV, or a lawyer. I am living proof that you can file direct, secondary, and multiple all in one claim. All right. So I suffer from PTSD. I have to take prescription drugs every day. I'm not proud of it. I suffer with major depressive disorder and alcohol use disorder behind my PTSD. It specifically says PTSD, depressive disorder with alcohol use disorder. I drank a lot. Oh my goodness. I don't even want to get into it, but this video is not about me. This is about how you can, have the 12-month window. It's going to take an additional 120 days, which is 4 months, to adjudicate your claim once you send it in. So that's how you got 16 months. This Nexus letter that I'm about to read to you garnered me a rating of 70%. I have not seen 100% with a mental disorder claim. And believe me, if you get 100%, you're absolutely insane. I repeat, you're absolutely insane, hallucinating and everything to warrant a 100% service rating for PTSD. PTSD is on the mental disorders table of diagnostics. You have schizophrenia, you have major depressive disorder, anxiety, depression. They're all rated the same. The reason why PTSD is hard to claim is because it takes a stressor that happened during service, through your service, in my case, 1991 and 95. All right. I told you guys that I had to have a medical nexus to win the claim because we're always trying to indicate the association with the service. The reason why I'm this way, it came from the service. Well, the VA is going to tell you to prove it. You've had this job, that job outside the military. It's more than 12 months. Prove it to us because we need the evidence to trigger a CMP exam. And we're going to pay this person to examine you. And that person is probably going to rule against you anyway, but we're going to just do the formality. All right. So this $23,000 Nexus letter came in the mail after I did my examination. The review of records of professional diagnosis was developed in the request of Mr. Junius Bennett. The concluding diagnosis is based upon clinical interview dated January 25th, 2019. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't file my claim until November 2019. Now, I did my intent to file in 2018, November. So they paid me all the way back to November 2018. The review of military medical records. Review of VA medical records. Review of medical report submitted by his doctor. They got my doctor listed from my report of my ENT issue from broken nose. Review of letters of support by shipmates. These are buddy statements that I put in the packet to go see my private physician. We got to paint the picture, ladies and gentlemen, not only just to the CMP examiner, but we got to paint the picture to the New Life Veterans doctors that's going to be writing the Nexus letters for you. This is not a game. Review of sleep study report. Yes, I suffer from sleep apnea. Why did I have to put that information into the psychologist to let my psychologist know? I wanted him to know all the things that's going on with me that's got me crazy or got me suffering from obsessional rituals or sleep impairment, memory loss. These are all symptoms. Mr. Bennett reported and was born in Birmingham, Alabama. His father was self-employed. His mother was a clerical worker. He had a brother. He was in JROTC and on the football team. All right, Mr. Bennett enlisted to the United States Navy in 1991. Basic training was completed at Naval Recruit Training Center, Great Lakes, Illinois. A school was completed in Millington, Tennessee. He was stationed in the United States John F. Kennedy, followed by the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower. At the Naval Air Station Whidbey Island, he was assaulted, resulting in a deviated septum and a facial scar. On the United States Dwight D. Eisenhower, he witnessed a soldier blown off the ship by a jet engine. He saw a sailor commit suicide by jumping overboard. Another sailor committed suicide by jumping overboard. These indications and situations are consistent with the conditions necessary to produce a post-traumatic stress disorder, according to the DSM-5. DSM-5 is the psychiatric manual to diagnose mental disorders. Since Whidbey Island, Mr. Bennett has suffered from depression, anxiety, and panic attacks that occur about 3 times a week. They still do, even while I'm taking medication. He is suspicious and guarded. I'm always locking the doors. I'm always putting my back against the wall in restaurants. Chronic sleep impairment. Sometimes I get 4 hours, 5 hours sleep, even with the CPAP machine. It's present with nightmares. I still have nightmares with man overboard quite often. Short-term memory is impaired. Some of you guys have called me and I completely forgot your name. I probably forgot about some of the things we talked about, but I have it in the data on the laptop. So thank God for data. Okay. He has difficulty adapting to stressful circumstances. I don't like stress. I'm quick to snap quickly. I mean, it goes like boom, 0 to 100. As a result of sleep impairment, he is irritable. Sometimes I'm so irritable, I have to take these monster drinks to keep myself up. Even one time I was at a stoplight. I fell asleep at a stoplight because of, just sleep impairment. And the cops came and wrote me a ticket for impeding the traffic. That I put in my packet as well. That's called lay evidence, lay statements. All evidence is being considered. His effect is flat. Flashbacks are present. He avoids social interaction when possible. I go to the grocery store early in the morning. I don't like being around people. He feels compelled to check security more than is necessary. This examination is based on total occupation and social impairment. Lord Jesus, I haven't had a job since 2009. Social impairment. I don't have a whole lot of friends. I live alone. I'm not married. I don't have kids. I've been through 2 divorces. Well, 1 divorce and she died. I'm a widow. Okay, so I'm just being honest, being total transparent. Depression and anxiety, panic attacks, hypervigilance, chronic sleep impairment, nightmares, irritability, disturbed motivation, difficulty establishing and maintaining effective relationships, difficulty adapting to stressful circumstances, flat affect, flashbacks, OCD behaviors. Respectfully submitted. Dr. So-and-so, licensed psychologist, have his license and everything down below to be contacted if they need. This is what you need to link your service connection and get the severities. The stuff that he's mentioning in this letter and what you will get as well is going to rate the severity. So not only do you get the back pay for the 70%, but you get the $14.41 alone per month on a 70% medical nexus. Now, this medical nexus letter and examination cost me time to travel and to be examined, and about, I would say, $200 for a nexus letter. Okay. All right. So is that a good investment? $23,000 return on investment and $14.41 a month. Now, I'm not saying that you're guaranteed to receive $23,000. Let me make that disclaimer right now before you say I'm in YouTube telling that everybody's going to get $23,000. No. If you wait the full 12 months and let them adjudicate and they do rate you at 70%, this is the monthly payout times the 16 months. That's what you're going to get, okay? That's VA combined ratings table that I'm giving you. Now, if you want to unlock a high value claim, I suggest right now you log on to newlifeveterans.com and get in the queue with your name and telephone number, and someone will be contacting you to do a free phone consultation to see how we can get you a service connection and a high value one for you and your family. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you and have a great day.